Hello, it's Rita. Today we are talking about the Rohingya that are their Muslim group, religious group, originally from Myanmar, um, and who have since fled to um, different places. One of the main places that they are have fled to is Bangladesh. So, to back up a little bit, provide you with a little backstory. Um, it originally all started in 2017 when there was attacks on police and army posts in Myanmar, and the Arakan Rohingya Army, Salvation Army, ARSA, claimed responsibility for these attacks. And basically, the government said, hey, these people are terrorists, let's go after them. And so within 1 month, 6,700 people were killed. So then that, in multiple um, kind of attacks on different villages, just wiping out and burning whole villages. People started fleeing to Bangladesh, etc. Even while there, they are still, all their human rights are violated, all 30 of them. Just to list a couple, access to education, access to water. 60% of the water is contaminated. Access to health care, right to choose, marriage, family, job. Just to list a few. This discrimination has caused major upheaval. So some of the villages, after being attacked, the government basically went in there and they're like, hey, let's build them. People assumed for people that they were being rebuilt for people that were not Rohingya. The Rohingya have faced lots of discrimination, like even if they want to get married, they have to bribe the law and be like, hey, I'm gonna take off my headpiece. The women always wear headpieces, that's part of their religion, and be like, hey, I'm gonna take it off, and the men shave their heads, and which goes against everything what they believe, because that's not how they believe. So gathering from this, the dominant group being Buddhist, because a lot of them are Buddhists. It's predominantly Buddhist in Myanmar, and the subordinate groups would be the Rohingya, because they can't even practice their religion that they want to, and so because they do not have the right to choose what job they want, or if they want more than 2 children, this is definitely a closed system. I already said that. The government is one of the questions was to hit on is the hierarchy of the people. Basically, they hold Buddhist higher than the Rohingya. And the government, speaking of which, the leader denied that it had anything to do with their religion. Genocide, that's the word. She basically said, no, it's not genocide, even though we all know. Okay. Okay, remember how I hit on the fact that 60% of their water is contaminated? Well, also, the if you don't have fresh water, like, how do you live? How do you breathe? How do you, like, do anything? The body is made up of 70% water. Like, if most of the water is contaminated, how do they even have, how are they even healthy? I also read, so kind of expanding upon that, um, related to the persons, is 78% of the people are in poverty compared to 37.5 of the national average. So this has started many social movements, and many groups, advocacy groups, Human Rights Watch, Amnesty International, the Rockin' Project, and Fortify Rights. Today, actually, there was a couple news articles just per, put out today that the food rations in Bangladesh for all those refugees, the Rohingya refugees, was cut in half, and in U.S. dollars, the amount was like $6. That's not. I mean, I'm sure their country's like really poor, but even $6, like, that's not. You can't. No, cannot survive on that. That's all. This is I actually had no clue what any of this was going on. There were some of the other articles that y'all are doing that I do kind of know a little bit about. I didn't even know that any of this was going on, so this is I learned. But very interesting. Anyway, that's all.